Hey there, you know that feeling when you're trying to tell a story about something that happened in the past, but it gets kind of clunky, especially when one thing interrupts another? Well, today we are going to solve that exact grammar puzzle. And trust me, once you get this, your storytelling is going to get a whole lot better. Let's jump in.
So this is the big question, right? What was happening when something else happened? That little dance between a long action and a short interruption is exactly what we're going to nail down today.
Okay, first things first. To really get this, we have to start by setting the scene. It's just like in a movie, you know? Every good story needs a backdrop, something that's already going on before the real action kicks in.
And the tool we use to paint that background picture is the past continuous. This tense is absolutely perfect for talking about something that was already in progress. And the structure? It's super simple. You just take was or were and add a verb with ing on the end. Easy.
Here's the best way to picture it in your head. The past continuous is like that long, establishing shot in a film. It's the scene that's just unfolding, doing its thing, setting the mood before the main event drops. All right, so we've got our background scene. It's all chill, it's unfolding, but what's the second piece of the puzzle? Well, it's the interruption, that sudden, unexpected thing that just crashes the party.
And for that party crasher, we use the past simple. This is your go-to for short, finished actions. It's like a quick snapshot. Boom, it happened, it's done. This is your standard past tense, usually that good old verb with ed at the end.
So, if the past continuous is that long movie scene, the past simple, well, that's the jump scare, or the plot twist. It's that short, sharp action that just cuts right through everything else, and that contrast is absolutely key.
Okay, this is it. We have our two ingredients, the long, unfolding background scene and the short, sharp interruption. Now, we're going to put them together and watch a real story come to life. This is where the magic happens.
So, just a quick recap before we see it in the wild. Past continuous, that's the long, background action. Past simple, that's the short, interrupting action. You with me? Awesome. Let's see how this works.
Okay, check out our first example. I was walking to work when I saw my friend. Can you feel the two different speeds in that sentence? There's that long, ongoing walk, and then that quick little moment that happened right in the middle of it. And here's exactly what that looks like. Walking to work is this long, continuous line. It's an activity that takes time, but right in the middle of that line, bam, there's a single point. That's the interruption. I saw my friend. The seeing part was just an instant.
Let's do another one. You'll start to see the pattern really clearly. She was reading a book when the phone rang. Okay, so which part is the long background scene and which is the quick interruption?
You got it? The reading a book part, that was the ongoing scene. She was probably reading before, maybe she'd keep reading after. But the phone ringing, that was the short, sharp event that cut right into her quiet time.
All right, one last example, just to make sure this is totally locked in. They were playing tennis when it started to rain. And here we go again. The long background activity was them playing tennis, and the sudden event that probably stopped the game, it started to rain. You see that beautiful, simple pattern now, right? It's just a really clear way to structure a story.
So, now that we've taken the puzzle apart and put it back together, let's talk about the fun part, how you can use this. Because this isn't about memorizing some boring grammar rule. This is about leveling up your storytelling skills.
So here it is, the whole secret in a nutshell. Step 1, use the past continuous for the long thing that was happening. Step 2, use the past simple for the short thing that interrupted it. And step 3, stick them together with a word like when or while. That's it. That's the whole magic trick.
And this is why this is so awesome. When you use this structure, you're not just listing events, you're building a scene in your listener's mind and then making something happen inside that scene. It creates a bit of drama, a bit of interest. It makes your stories feel so much more alive.
So I'm going to leave you with a little challenge to try this out right now. Just think about it for a second. What were you doing when you started watching this? See, you already have the perfect tool to answer that question. Thanks for joining me, and go tell some great stories.